Around the world, wherever there are dogs in peril. Wherever there are dogs in peril, there are always dog saviors. Follow World Animal Awareness Society cameras as we uncover heroic scenes from around the world. People who can no longer stand by watching and doing nothing as innocent creatures suffer. This is the Dog Saviors.
Got you, Mama.
My name's Jessica Petty. I work full-time at a doctor's office and I'm a full-time student.
My name's Stephanie Burrell. I work as a substitute and I go to school to be a special ed teacher. We've basically just been driving around the freeways looking for dogs that have been on the side of the road, either dead or alive. The dog is a male. He is not neutered, well taken care of, trimmed nails. Looks really healthy from the coat. He's a good size. He doesn't have any scars or anything. No indication of how it could have died. Doesn't look like it's been hit. Yeah, it looks like he was more placed there. Yeah, it looks like he's just dropped down, basically. There's a dog right there.
Live one?
No, dead. Look at right there.
In the middle of the street?
No, you see the median? Well, there's a really large number of dogs that have been on the side of the road throughout the years that I have been driving the highways, and nobody really seems to be doing anything about it. I just keep finding them more and more as time goes on. He's got two right up in here. Hold on, here.
He's got lots of blood inside of his mouth.
There's blood still dripping from him right now. Yeah, it's starting to coagulate all underneath here.
We see that there's a problem and we're very passionate about animals and what we do, so that kind of what drives us. And after seeing the things that we have seen, it's not pretty, obviously no one wants to really witness it, but we have to start making it aware that this is a problem.
So you've really seen patterns here and developed a process to kind of collect data?
Yes, yeah. Photos, videos,
Marking down any kind of distinct things if we see a collar, if they're well groomed, if they're not, if we think that they were a stray.
male, female, neutered, spayed.
If they're clean, well kept, some of them, they really honestly look like they were just like placed there kind of thing. And then some of them obviously are a little bit more battered.
Some of the dogs I found have also had filed down teeth, so that would show that they're most likely a bait dog.
And how many animals do you think you've come across in what period of time?
This is my 4th year driving all the way down this highway. I'd say about 80 to 100 dogs just on the times that I've been doing it, and that's a few times a week. And now since we're driving it basically every day of the week, I'm kind of interested to see how many more we see.
Yeah, how much more we pick up. Now we do our runs, we call them. We have our days that I'll go or she'll go. We have our exits that we start at and we stop at, and that we do a loop around. We stay in the slow lane, we wait, and we look on both sides. A lot more found in the middle, median, and they're all different kinds of dogs. We're going to try to track it and figure out if there's any kind of correlation between the times, if it happens more on a Monday or a Wednesday, or why this happens. We're trying to get data like this and to collaborate it all so that we can actually put some sort of sense maybe in a very random kind of ordeal. Maybe this isn't as random as we thought.
All right, this one is 2 brown pups kept roped to a small piece of standing fence in open backyard. Ropes are entangled. One pup has rope tied around waist. Dogs are lying on plywood. Have been in the same spot for months. Pups appear to be in good weight.
And you can see it from the back, you said?
It looked like you could get the alley. You want to take a peek?
Well, this part of it. That guy doesn't look to be doing too good.
Right here. Some kind of way, y'all better find out who did that to her. Because they blaming it on me. They got neighbor there with dog, neighbor there with dog, neighbors right here. That's wrong for her to blame that on me. Because they know what they've been doing. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yep.
I knew she was going to blame it on me because I stayed next door to her. And happened to look out here and I called her and told her that the dog looked like he was dead. That was it.
A lot of people can see it.
A lot of people can see it. Don't blame it on me. That was wrong.
Good morning. I'm hearing another bark from over here. It's under those steps, I think. It's somewhere. Hi. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, they there.
the Humane Society. We gotta call about the dogs. Yeah. You got 2 of them?
Man, I only come to the door.
Okay. Okay. All right, and then you got another dog up underneath here, right? The thing is they can't stay like this. Okay. So what I'm gonna need you to do is surrender this dog that's died to us. And we need to get this other one out from underneath here and take a look at it, because he, you know, if he doesn't,
There's nothing wrong with the dog that's under the house.
he doesn't have adequate shelter. He can't stay like this. He can't just live up under the porch.
That's where he stayed.
But
I mean, we don't have no dog house, and we don't have a big enough yard to have no dog house.
I know, but there's state laws about how you got to keep them. You take them both? All right. Now let's get some information. All right. What is the name of the dog that died?
It looks like he died pretty recently. Maybe last night, yesterday. God, he's still pretty fresh.
The dogs can't stay like this, okay? Right now we got a dog that's died out here.
That's because they normally don't be on the chain.
It doesn't matter.
I understand.
You know, you got them tied up to a piece of plywood, tangled up to a fence. The dog died from that. They can't stay like this. You're in violation of Michigan state law. Your mom's house, she says the dog should go.
Hey, you gotta come out. She's scared of me. Come here, lady.
Hello.
Come here.
Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Hi, sweetheart.
You all right?
All right?
Lady's pretty scared right now.
Think these are brother, sister? Or?
Yeah, they're brothers. How you doing, huh?
How old she say they were?
6 months.
6 months?
Pretty sweet dog, huh? We pick up dogs all the time that are underweight, that have embedded collars, that have died of exposure, and we just follow the steps for each one. So it's going to be up to our veterinarian. You know, we initially looked at that dog and thought, oh, you know, he got tangled up and he probably choked himself or hung himself. Our veterinarian took a look at the dog that we just brought in that was deceased and said that it may have died of exposure. So what we're going to do at this point is post the dog for a necropsy. And if it looks like we have enough, then we'll present it to the prosecutor's office and go from there. See if a warrant can be issued.
Where are we headed to now?
South Street. You know, it sounds like the neighbors have been feeding the dogs, especially during the holiday season. You find people they want out of town. You know, somebody was coming by at night and feeding the dogs and the neighbors didn't know it. You know, you get down there and the people have come back from vacation, you know, or they just up and left, so you don't know. And we just wait and see what we find when we get there. Abandoned dogs are something that we've always had to deal with. People sometimes leave their dogs in the home and it's the last thing they move out. And people think, oh, they moved out and left their dogs. Well, no, they just haven't taken everything out of their house yet and their dogs are still there. And a lot of times they just up and leave and, you know, the house is trashed and the dog is chained in the backyard and they have no intention of ever coming back. They toss the dog out the backyard with everything else from the house they don't want. That's it. It's a notice that we've had a report that these dogs are abandoned, and it's part of the process that we're going to go through to make a determination about the status of the dogs here. We want to see if anybody's going in and out of this location. You know, one of the ways to show that an animal has been abandoned is to show that nobody's coming and going. I mean, if the tape is broken, then somebody's been in here and done something. It's not, you know, automatically abandoned.
I separate them when they, yes.
Okay, and she's eating?
Yeah, she's eating. What kind of food?
It's her son's dog. But she's caring for it. He is in a wheelchair. She's going to go in and have a conversation about whether or not they're going to keep the dog or bring the dog in. I kind of want what she needs to do.
Hang out for a minute.
Hang out for a minute. Yeah, dog can't stay how it is.
My lady.
A lot of dogs can do okay on average dog food. Pit bulls and short-haired dogs, they need a higher fat content in the wintertime. And a lot of people buy certain types of dog food, even name brands like Pedigree have low fat content in them. Some dogs will do okay on them, other dogs won't. It all comes down to calories. You know, you got to be able to have enough to burn to stay warm and thrive. And if you don't have enough, that's when you start burning your fat stores and you end up losing weight and becoming very skinny in this kind of weather really quickly, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, we always stress people to buy the highest quality food that they can afford, and first look at the fat content and make sure it's as high as you can get.
Dad, I hear you're recording for the World Awareness Society. What is that?
Yeah, you mean World Animal Awareness Society? Well, I'm a volunteer with the World Animal Awareness Society, Emerson. I volunteer my voice for use in animal rescue videos. And I don't know if you know this, but everyone at the World Animal Awareness Society is a volunteer.
But what do they do?
They're award-winning volunteer filmmakers who have interacted with 2,200 animal welfare nonprofits, including Maddie's Fund and Austin Pets Alive, providing information-rich content to more than 45 countries in the last 10 years.
Dad, what's that mean?
Okay, how about this? They make short movies about animals that are in peril, that are hurting, in bad shape or dying, or homeless in the streets. They film rescuers doing heroic work so they can focus on saving lives. The World Animal Awareness Society posts the rescue videos on social media, and then they're broadcast on TV, sharing the heroic stories with people all over the world so they can understand what's really going on.
Cool. I like animals. How did you start volunteering?
Well, I met their director through social media and saw the work that they were doing and knew that I could help their cause. So I asked if I could volunteer. I am very fortunate to have really great jobs providing the voice to so many shows that I believe it's important to give back. Since I've been volunteering with the World Animal Awareness Society, they have created the 7th most influential YouTube channel for dog rescue lovers in the world, WA2S Films.
That's so cool. Hey, Dad, nice job. Do you think I could volunteer too?
You already are, Em. You already are.
You're watching the World Animal Awareness Society.
Yep, that'll do, Emerson. That'll do.
You're watching the World Animal Awareness Society.